Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend. Monday here in the market. Look at Blink, man. Blink charging, just running on the coattails of all this EV hype going on. I thought it was cooling off the EV thing with Nikola and Neo, and it was just getting started. It's just getting warmed up. This is nuts. Look at this thing. These people, they make charging equipment. Definitely not worth what it's at right now. $36. Yeah, this thing's crazy. Month ago it was at 8. This thing IPO'd in 2018. It's been penny stock. Oh man, and look at this today, up 48% today, and then 7.3% after hours. So if you watched yesterday's video, I'll look on the Webull chart here. I can understand it a little simpler. So it was up crazy yesterday, like 50% yesterday, I think. So what was this? Not yesterday, but Friday. So this is Thursday. This is Friday. And I'm like, all right, this thing's way overbought. On the daily, on the hourly, on the weekly. It's on the 92 on the daily. That's insane. The weekly. So this bubble's about to pop. I didn't have diamond hands to hold in something that long. When it was here, yeah, when it was here, I was like, this is about to top. I wanted to try and get it before it just totally popped. So I opened up a call credit spread on Friday on this thing. It didn't give up. It kind of stayed flat. And I was like, Then it looks like a bull flag. I'm like, this might keep going. Sure enough, over the weekend, here we are. Monday opens up and it gains 48%. Between Friday and Monday, it gapped up right here to like 50%, and then it kind of sold off little bit right here. So I was like, all right, it's hit a top, and then midday it just keeps ramping up. So right about here, I actually rolled over a call credit spread, but it was insane because I actually received more credit and it was the same expiration. So I'm gonna try and explain this to you. I had a call credit spread here. Okay, so I had, oh yes, all right, so I opened this first one up. Gonna tell me 22, 25. All right, open the first one up, sold the 25 call, bought the 22.5 call. This was on no, this is when I just closed it. So I opened this up on Thursday or Friday, and this thing went way up in value because, or no, it didn't. Yeah, it went up in value by Monday. Today's Monday, because Monday Blink came up 40%. So I'm like, shoot. This was like negative 180, maybe $200. My max loss on this was $500. That was the collateral, and it was down maybe 200, 280, but it was deep in the money already because it's past my $25 call. It was at like $30 at that point, I think. So I was just looking at the option chain. This doesn't close until December 18th. I was looking at the option chain and I noticed, I was like, wait a minute. My spread here is 22.5 to 25, so it's not a full $5. It's $2.50. But I looked at the option chain and I'm like, what in the world? So what I did, I closed out of that one, by doing the opposite to open it. And then I opened up this one up here, which is the very top, the highest option they even have on here, 35 and 30. For the same expiration, and just widening the spread a tiny bit, it was enough to where I actually received a bigger credit. I couldn't believe it. I thought I was cheating the system. At first I didn't notice the spread was bigger, and so I was like, that's broken. I just cheated, because I gave myself way more headroom, as well as I got more credit with the same amount of time. I was like, something's broken. And then I realized, okay, the spread's a little bit more. It's $2.50 more, so it's not broken. That was right. But it was just crazy because there was so much IV on the upside on the calls that I was able to actually make more credit on it. So now my credit on this thing is $280 instead of like 120 or 140, and I'm way up at 30, 35. Before I was at 25 was my top, 22.5 and 25. So basically I gave myself a way more headroom, and I'm gonna get more credit on this if this expires worthless, and I didn't have to put up any more collateral. It said 500 collateral. I was like, is that an additional 500? Like, I don't think so. So I just went ahead and did it. It filled. It closed my other order. So now I'm out on that. I'm done with that one. This low strikes. That was way in the money. and opened this one, and my collateral was the same, 500. I was like, what? That's sick. And I got even more credit. So this was looking good until later in the day it started ramping up even more, which is insane. But I'm still totally fine with this. I think this will be expire worthless. I just couldn't believe I could do it with the same expiration date. I've always had to push out on when you're rolling it. Like, okay, you go up a couple strikes and you have to go out the next date. But since this spread was a tiny bit bigger and there was enough IV, it was crazy. So, given I'm going the wrong direction on this because Blink keeps going, but I think it'll definitely close below 30 by December 18th. I think it'll come back down. I mean, hard to say. Maybe here, maybe 12. Yeah. Yep. So I actually have a put on this thing too, as you see. I bought this on, wow, that actually lost value. This was negative like 50% before. So that you can see the put values are going up with how overbought this thing is. Isn't that crazy? This stock went up 50% today, and this put actually went up as well. I was negative 50% on it. Oh, it's nuts. This EV stuff. So I don't know if it's gonna be tomorrow or what. I mean, it looks like after hours it's running again, so 10 more percent. If you look at some of the other ones like Solo that were in it hit its top today, it looks like. So I opened up a call credit spread on that. But this one, yeah, I'm stoked on this one. If by chance is in the money December 18th, I'm gonna roll it to the next date. So we've got January 15th. You know, I don't have to put up any more collateral. 500 bucks is nothing. I'll make sure and lock in that 280. But yeah, so I opened up one on Solo too. I got 4 of these things. Like Solo is yeah, I think Solo's kind of hit a top here. We'll see though. I'd say so. Crossed over the MACD pretty hard. Big doji up there on the red candle, a big long wick, and then it's kind of crossed over the 9. It's not like it's popped. It really looks like it's kind of settling, so it might not come down crazy. Might kind of find a range up here. But so these are for 12.5 and 14. So as long as it stays above 12.5, I'll be golden. That's not till December 18th though, so that's a ways out. I don't know, but that's that one. There's news today on NVAX. I don't actually know what it was. I never got the news. It was shooting up, and I bought a 27th of November, this Friday, call for $98. I actually kind of accidentally bought it. It was the only one on the chain that hadn't had new volume into it from the news. And I went to click it and I put in a limit price and hit buy, and it was kind of lagging. It didn't take the limit price. It just bought it at the ask, or the bid, the ask. And so yeah, I overpaid for it initially, but then this thing, it was like right here actually when I bought it. And then this thing ripped up here, and it was up, when it was up here, this contract was worth like 180%. Probably should have sold it. It was in the money. I wasn't sure though. I never heard the news, so I was like, the news still gonna come out. This might still go crazy, or might go crazy. Like, I didn't know what was going on, so I held it. We'll see what happens. I've got a week on it. Kind of expensive to do kind of a play like that. It was 140 bucks. So, yeah, I maybe should have sold it up here. I mean, hindsight, of course, but yeah, it was nice. It was up $100 something, but we'll see on that one tomorrow. I still don't even know about any news. It just kind of ran up. But it's got a lot of headroom. Like, this thing was at 200 bucks at one point back in the 807. What else do we do? Tesla, dude. Tesla is insane. I mean, that's why all these EVs are running up. They're just hanging on to Tesla, trying to get a little something on it. 523. Wow. So yeah, our debit spread, it doesn't gain a whole ton of value when you just get a bunch of volatility in one day, because you've got the call that you sold also, so you're kind of waiting for time on this. So I've got a pretty good amount of time. I think we'll get max profit on this, which is 500 bucks. I think we'll get max gain. Other shares are up today. AbiVi is going nuts, above 100. It loves it. Our pre-COVID stuff's doing good. AAL, I almost sold a call on this, and I was like, I'm not going to do it yet. So if you look on AAL, I was like, this thing looks like it's ready to go. So I'm glad I didn't, because that was like right about here. I was thinking of selling it. It's run up quite a bit. So maybe tomorrow, I don't know. We'll see if it's Kind of got some resistance up here at right about where it's at, 14, 15, 14 and a half. If it kind of hits up here and it doesn't show much sign of going past that, I don't know though. Look on the daily. This 9 has just crossed over the 180 with a big green can. I might hold this for a bit. Just ride this out like a swing trade. I'm gonna just do the wheel and do covered calls, but I don't want to miss out on those upward gains. Or almost even. I mean, 1450 is my cost basis, so maybe once it's at 1450, I'll just sell expensive calls, like in the money's calls. You know, like if I'm selling this one, $1.10, that's legit. So that's AAL. AT&T went up. Else, Square's looking good. Of course, Tesla. Long term's been killing it, mostly because of Tesla. This was like 18% now. It's come up so much now. It's 23% our portfolio. Of course, GP. This is an EV. Went up. Run's going up. This one's gone up quite a bit, 80% in the last week. I only have one share of it though, so NBD on that one. On the Webull, yeah, I need to make this margin account because I would have liked to have on this NVAX. The play would have been once it ran up like that, you can kind of leg into it and make it a debit spread. So when it was up 100% here, I could have sold the call above it. That's 98. I mean, it's not gonna be worth much anymore, but I could have sold like whatever, 100 call, get all my costs back, 140. At that point, it would have been even more. I would have made money, and then it would have been free. I would have been able to just collect the difference between them. But yeah, I don't have margin on here yet, so that won't work. But that's a long-term account, man. Good today, and I'm stoked that I don't have a bunch of contracts. Like this isn't just from contracts floating around that might expire worthless. I mean, yeah, these two credit spreads, I could lose money on those, but mostly this the account balance now is pretty much legit, if you know what I mean. It's mostly from shares, so well, it's pretty much all from shares. So yeah, we'll see. CNK, as you noticed from over the weekend, I got exercised on that, so I sold those shares. What else happened? I think we sold something else too. Yeah, I don't know why I closed Corsair, especially now, dude. Oh, it got exercised. I was assigned. No, that's CNK. I just sold it. Oh, okay. I just had a debit spread. Yep, market ripped up today, and not sure. I'll probably open up a credit spread tomorrow. I mean, it's only up 0.60% on the SPY, but pre-COVID stuff went crazy. EVs are going nuts. I don't know when this is gonna stop with the EVs. I'm hoping these are far enough north of where I think they're gonna be for them to expire worthless, but I don't know. I gotta put on here for that one to come down also. I've got exposure to a lot of downside if it does tank. Anyways, that'll do it for me, guys. Hopefully you had a good one in the market. Remember to sub up, like up, comment down, make your money happy money so it'll stick around. It really helps out me and the channel. And let me know what plays you guys are into. And if you are watching our wheel count, I'm going to be uploading another video on that right after this one. So you guys can check that one out. Okay, peace out.